Unpopular opinions number 1. Y'all need to leave the Smiths alone. Not Will Smith, but Nara and Lucky Blue Smith. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another episode of Clear Hair. Today we are doing unpopular opinions. And I'm going to start from 1 to 10. So number 1 is I have on here Lucky Blue and Nara Smith. Basically, y'all know them. They're everywhere. They started off, I think they were both models and they met each other. I don't know, something like that. But either way, everybody's saying that, oh my God, I love their love. No, you don't. I've seen y'all tear couples apart. Now, the first thing that people like to say is like, oh, if they're really strong, their coupleship should be able to last. But I was like, no, I've seen you guys literally tear relationships apart because y'all like building stuff up and then tearing it down. So when I say leave them alone, I mean like as in, if you see them make something, clap, shh. No, oh, well, I didn't see him holding her hand today, or I didn't see no ring. Like, this is one of those things where it's just like so many people nowadays like to cosplay like they love you. Like a dude or a guy will fake, a guy or a girl will fake their whole personality. And sorry, the cicadas are so loud. But they'll sit there and fake their whole personality just so they can get inside your pants or try to get at you. So when you sit there and you see people who actually care about each other, like these two, I would say just leave them alone. And I have a little tidbit about people saying, oh, I want to be like Nara. And I was like, do you? Because there's certain things you can't do. Like, I'm pretty sure, she can't be out here twerk some or whatever, this and the other. Like, not to sit there and judge, but I'm just saying, like, everybody says they want a certain life, but then when that life's restriction comes up, they're just like, oh, actually, I don't want that. Like, everybody wants to be a wife till you have to check in. Everybody wants to be a husband till you have to lead. Like, I feel like a lot of people have a tendency to do that. So my second one is Queen Naija. So my opinion about this is gonna be very brief because, like I said, I don't support talking about fellow Black women when it's negative. So in her case, basically the fans were saying how her and her boyfriend were together for 10 plus years and he hasn't proposed or made any moves towards getting married yet. And people are just like, oh, it's all her fault. I was like, listen, men have the asking power. Like, can we stop having it where we blame the woman for the reason why they're not married? At the end of the day, he's the leader. He's supposed to be leading them a man's supposed to be leading the relationship into the next phase. So when you sit there and you're saying, he didn't propose yet. I was like, okay, yes, because he didn't propose yet. Now, at the end of the day, she can't leave at any time. But like I said, I just feel like it's more complicated than that. When I mean complicated, I mean it's not complicated. If you want to marry somebody, you would. The way I see marriage, I see it like if somebody marries you, that means that they don't want anybody to have any level of chance of getting at you. So if you need to hear that at home, once again, if a man does not marry you, he does not care if somebody else comes and snatch you up. He doesn't care. Like he should be terrified that somebody is going to come and snatch you up. That's where it should be at. He should be terrified, like full on scared if somebody comes in and sweeps you off your feet because you're not married. Like, at the end of the day, we don't know the relationship. And the only thing I would say is that with the fans begging him to basically propose to her, I was like, what type of proposal do you want? If a proposal comes by force, the whole relationship is going to come by force. So if you, it's kind of like if you chase a guy, you will forever be chasing him throughout the relationship. Now, there's a difference between throwing him a bone or slowing down, but chasing a guy, you chase a guy to get married, you're gonna end up planning the marriage by yourself, and you're gonna get to pacify her ring. So my next unpopular opinion is, I didn't want to say her name, but Fanita, basically she's a young content creator on TikTok that went viral, I think last week and the last 2 weeks. I didn't want to talk about it because, like I said, I don't like speaking on Black women, but basically she went viral for saying that she's not making as much money. Basically, she was just pretty much being a problematic 20-something-year-old as she should. Now, I'm not condoning her behavior, but I am condoning the fact that she is of that age of stupidity. No offense, I feel like she needs I remember being that age and being stupider, but I didn't have a camera that was high quality for people to see it. Okay. But I really feel like she needed this is a perfect time for somebody to step up and be her sponsor. Somebody step up and truly lead her, truly like hold her accountable. Like I truly feel like certain people, they can go through life where they don't really need a sponsor, they don't really need like an advisor, but sometimes some of us, we do need that advisor, we do need that person to look up to try to ascertain. Excuse me, I need some water. It's really hot. And I'm wearing a turtleneck. Sometimes we do need that level of focus, and we need somebody to help us focus that. I'm not saying get a life coach. I feel like that's a little bit too on the nose, get your life together, life coach. But I do feel like she needs a sponsor. She needs someone who's going to come in and really come in and really keep her focused. And I feel like she can make it big. I feel like there's potential there. But one way I have noticed about up and coming people who have potential, they have a tendency to ruin their bag. Before the bag, like basically their money, their opportunity for getting riches, pretty much. Like they have a tendency to ruin their bag before they get to it. It's like a form of self-sabotage. It's in psychology, it's called a self-serving bias. It's kind of like, okay, well, I know I'm not this good person. I know I don't deserve this, so let me just mess it up anyways. Self prophecy, self hypothesis. It's all the same thing. Essentially, you are responsible for your future. So I just think she needs an advisor. My next one is the geriatric versus the teen mom argument. Basically, geriatric is anybody who is over the age of 35, or with how ageist Gen Zenians can be, basically anybody who's over the age of 29. If you have a kid, you are considered geriatric. When I feel like, to me, geriatric to me would be around menopausal, like 45 plus. To me, that would be considered geriatric. You telling somebody that's 30 or 29 that they're geriatric is, to me, is just rude. But either way, I feel like when it comes to kids, you can never really be prepared. Like everybody's a great parent until they're a parent. And I can say, I feel like the competition between geriatric moms and teen moms ended. I feel like that ended the moment that we introduced. Like the fact that infertility happens. Infertility has always been here, but it's becoming more of a topic that we're more comfortable with talking about. So people have miscarriages, people have endometriosis, PCOS, and I feel like once you introduce that aspect, like that's when I said, I was like, the conversation's over, because you over here saying, oh, why are you waiting until you're 36 or 37 to have a kid? What if this person's infertile? What if this person's on their 7th round of IVF? You don't know what's going on with somebody's life. And I feel like a parent is a parent, whether they're young or they're old. To me, the best parent is the one that actually loves their kid. It doesn't matter about age, but I do want this argument to end, and I don't try to wrap it up by the end of the year, because to me, it gives the fact that to me, if you have to sit there and argue about why you had your kid at the age you did, like fully argue, not defend yourself, that's different. Defending is different. I feel like full on argument, unprovoked, I don't think you're confident about the age you had your kid at. Because to me, if you're truly confident, you don't care what anybody has to say about when you had your kid. But if you have to keep proving yourself, that means that you yourself are not confident about it. So my next one, we're at a halfway point. The judgment of BBL and veneers is coming from inside the house. Basically, the same people that were talking trash about, oh, that BBL smell and veneer smear, I don't know, but it's the same thing. Like it's coming from inside the house. Like I feel like it's the same person, like to me, I feel like it's the same person. Like at the end of the day, the reason why people have BBL is because you guys make fun of people as soon as they give birth. The reason why people have veneers is that you make fun of people who don't have perfect teeth. Like it's kind of like with people were saying how, oh, Rihanna has $1 billion, like how come she still has her original teeth? I was like, first of all, if you know anything about dental health, which y'all don't know, okay, most doctors will tell you your teeth are not supposed to be celebrity white. They're supposed to be a nice ivory, like they're supposed to be a nice ivory. They're not supposed to be white. Like I'm talking about like bleach, like chiclet. Like they're not supposed to be white. They're supposed to be a nice ivory, because you need that enamel. I'm about to be a doctor. You need that enamel to basically, it has to be strong enough to eat foods over time. Like you're going to eat one, like JT said, you're going to eat one crab lobster and have a side tooth missing is correct. Even though it's a little bit crass how she said it, it is correct because your enamel is weak because you bleach your teeth to death. Like I tell you guys, like with my teeth, like I whiten twice a year in tandem with when I get my teeth professionally whitened, clean by my doctor. And I only do that twice a year, and then I stretch it out. Like I'll do like 2 strips a week or 2 strips a month. Like I'll slowly stretch the box out because I need my teeth to eat. I'm very greedy, y'all know that. But definitely for sure, the BBL, the veneer argument is hilarious because it's like it's coming from inside the house. You are the same people who was saying, "Oh, she got oatmeal belly." Okay, well she got a BBL. Now it's mad. Now you're mad about it. You're just making saying whatever Khalil with the messed up grill. You're just making fun of him. Why else would he get veneers? Anyways, so we're going to the second half of it. I have on here type 4 will never be able to be considered beautiful until the lust for type 3 hair ends. And I know you guys are going to say, Claire, you keep saying this. I was like, because it's still true. It's still true. I feel like it's scary, you know, because so many people, like I still remember the way I see it, think of a club, right? Think of a club, like there's club type 4 and club type 3. So I come into type 4 club, and there's no one in here. I was like, there's like 2 or 3 people in here. I was like, what is going on? So I look down the street and type 3 club is popping. They're jumping. And I see type 4 girlies hanging out outside. I was like, hey, just come to my club. You know, we have the stuff you need. Come to my club. They don't want to go to my club. They want to go to type 3 club because everybody's at type 3 hair club. Everybody's viewing their videos. Everybody's viewing their reels. Everybody's over there at that club. So what I mean by that is that it's frustrating because just like I noticed that with being a natural hair content creator, that's one of the reasons why I stepped down from that, because I'm not going to teach people who don't want to be taught. Because these same people who lust after type 3, like I said, this is no shade to the type 3 girlies. I love all natural hair types, but I call a spade a spade. Like so many type 4, like I've seen so many tutorials of basically how to get the wet look, how to get your curls a pop. Is type 4. The reason why you're mad because your hair not like you. I just can't wet my hair and go out the door. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. I love my type 4 hair. But at the end of the day, this lust for type 3, you know, it still goes back to that mindset of trying to fit in, trying to, you know, assimilate. But I still feel like there's still this lust for type 3 hair. And until we get past that, well, I don't think we'll ever truly be able to move forward. But I do like the fact that there are more type 4 natural hair extensions, so we can play around. All right, so number 7, postpartum counseling needs to replace birthing class. Now, as someone who has never given the birth, I have to be nice about this. I don't say nice. I have to be politically correct. I've never given birth, but I feel like your body knows what to do. Okay, like the whole birthing class to me seems silly. Like, no offense, but every day, every month, your body cleans itself, and there's no text messages. Hey, did you clean my body this month? Your body's gonna do it. I feel like with giving birth, like your body knows how to do it. Birthing classes are silly because the moment that first contraction hit in, the whole plan's out the way. hey, I had this whole list. You got to breathe hard. Once that pain hit that back, that whole plan is out the window. Whatever you guys practice, whatever you guys memorize, like that whole plan, I'm assuming that whole plan just goes out the window because your mindset is just like, how do I get rid of this pain and keep me and my baby safe? That's what you're thinking of. So that's why I said, I feel like postpartum class is much more, postpartum lasts longer, it's less talked about. I feel like people still don't understand it. Man, yeah, after the baby, my girl gave me a mood swing and I left her. You know, or I cheated on her if they're lazy. You know, like at the end of the day, I feel like postpartum classes should be for the mom and the dad. What to expect when your wife is postpartum? What to expect when you are postpartum? Like little things. And of course, you have to have people who are willing participants to want to grow. But I do emphasize that I really feel like that should replace birthing classes. Birthing classes, Lamaze, whatever they call it, they're silly to me because your body knows what to do. It like if they say, "What do I do?" That gives me lightheaded. I don't know how that would help. Like, cause I've seen the movies where it's like he. I was like we police officer we. Like I don't understand. Like I don't know how that's supposed to help. But all right, child. Anyway, number 8, I have on here the mileage/commute should be included in the salary when you're applying for a job. Like I'm not trying to sit here and say that you should have to I'm not trying to sit here and say that you should have to do that, but at least to me, I feel like your shift should start like the beginning of your, to me, I feel like, I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I feel like the beginning of your shift should start when you leave your house. And that should be, either you, I'm not saying, okay, I'm trying to make how to say this nicely. I'm not saying that you should pay them, like, because then people are going to be like, okay, well, then I work in California and the office is in New York. I'm going to get mileage, but I do feel like the clock should start when you leave your house. It should. And this is where that integrity comes in, because people are going to be like, well, damn, like they went to Walmart. They went to Walmart, dropped the kids off, But I feel like once you start, I say from whatever point you head out, so let's say you drop your kids off at daycare and you head to work, your shift starts there. I feel like travel should be included. I feel like it's not fair. And then people have said, what about people who live nearby? I feel like they should also be given a stipend, maybe a travel stipend or a lunch stipend. It should be equal across the board. But to me, I feel like it's crazy that you got people who drive an hour or two and they're still on the same, they're still getting paid the same amount as someone who lives nearby. I feel like it's not fair, but that's just my controversial take. So my next one I have, and this is gonna be a little crazy, but I have on here, social media social media has increased surgery because we weren't supposed to find out that this many people were attractive. And I do feel like that's true. I do feel like that's true because I used to think I was beautiful. I mean, I still do. I used to think I was beautiful until I opened the internet. I was like, God, dang, God was wilding. Like, or whoever you believe in. I was like, dang, like God really has created some beautiful, I'm talking about naturally beautiful, like nothing, like no makeup needed. Like you take their face to the surgeon and be like, hey, can you make me like this person? Like, I'm talking about beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, handsome men and women. Like, I'm like, wow, we weren't supposed to do this. Thank God my self-esteem was already made before social media, because I couldn't imagine it now. Like, there's so many people who they have perfect skin, perfect bodies, like perfect bone structure, perfect heights. I'm like, God damn, we weren't supposed to see this. Like, to me, it's kind of similar to eating from the tree of life, low key, because it's like we weren't supposed to see all that. We were perfectly happy before when we thought we was the face of our city. Like we used to think. We used to sit there and think we was the face of the city. Like, I truly feel like that's why the increase is surgery is from social media, because so many people are just like, I need to look better than the next person, and then another fine person pops out. Like, every day another fine person is born, so it's just like you have to compete with that. I see why people go and do surgery. Final one is that the club needs to start having no phone rules. Okay. I'm tired of going to the club. When I do, I only go for birthdays, other people's birthdays, not my own. I'm tired of going to the club and everybody's like that. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. I was like, why is it you go to the club and people are just staring at phone? You can't stare at your phones at your house. That's free. You just paid $20 cover for you to go like this. Like, back in my day, ooh, that sounds old. Back in my day, like, baby, like I remember doing the Dougie in some heels back in 2008. Don't do the math too quick. But I remember doing the Dougie in some heels, baby. I was doing the Dougie. I was dance battling somebody. Like, this is why I'm so skinny to this day. Like, we actually danced in the club. We didn't wear makeup because when we came out, it was going to be gone anyways. We came in their natural face. Like, I truly feel like that might be the reason why the skin still look good at 33. Because when we went to the club, we came in with nothing and left with a gallon of water when we left. And it was from our skin. So I do feel like clubs need to start having either no Wi-Fi, or they need to just start. I feel like your phone should be only used for taking pictures. That's it. And videos. And then you enjoy your day. Like, I do feel like they need to have no phone rules at the club, because like people used to dance. Like, you can go to back in our day, like there was a club called Blue Martini in Tampa, and literally from the moment you come in the door, someone's grabbing you to dance with. It don't matter if you know them or not, consensually, but like they're just grabbing you. That's how you learn how to dance, because people literally was just grab anybody. Now it's just like everybody's in their little cliques. They're on their phone. They're not doing anything. Okay, like you could do this at your house. Bonus. Baby boomers / elder Gen X couldn't survive in this time where you have to do above and beyond and do three jobs. Fight me in the comments. That's why they're mad. That's why they come in with their little attitudes whenever we want to do something, because they know if they had to survive with us where a bachelor's degree does not give you $60K off rip, they wouldn't survive. But don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here.